Shut up about the sun! Shut up about the sun!
Welcome to the Make Movies Great Again podcast, the only show in the universe with the sole mission of destroying cynicism at the box office. Here are your hosts, Matt, Adam, and Sean.
Welcome to the Make Movies Great Again podcast. My name is Matt Vieira.
I'm Adam Bernardino.
Oh, he's too quick now.
He's so quick now.
We upgraded our technology, and he's not on delay anymore, but this is Sean.
Thanks to Alexander Graham Bell, Adam is now able to use his cell phone to Skype to us.
Wow.
It's fascinating technology. You guys should check it out.
Shout out to Graham.
Shout out to Alexander Graham. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. All right, so yeah, our little opener there. It wasn't from a movie. If you guys, are astute, that's from The Office. Mm-hmm. It's Gabe, GSL.
Gabe, underrated.
Gabe Susan Lewis.
Underrated character on that show, in my opinion.
The two characters that he's no longer on The Office because it's not on TV anymore. But his character in Silicon Valley is severely underrated.
I have not watched Silicon Valley. I know he's in it, and I've seen clips of him in it because of that one amazing clip.
He plays the same kind of character, but he's more endearing on Silicon Valley. He's hilarious. But anyway, so yeah, solo clips today. So we had to include that in there. Big day for the Sun, honestly.
Big day for the Sun.
Big day for the Sun. Everybody's looking up. Perfect time to rob a bank. Really do anything. It was an optimal day for skywriting. Banner ads hanging from planes.
That was a perfect idea.
Right?
Shocked I didn't see more.
Bye.
Bye. Not the NSYNC song.
No.
Bye.
Bye. No.
Amazing.
So yeah, big day for this. Did you guys see the solar eclipse? Sean, did you see the solar eclipse?
Yeah, I watched it through some welding glass.
Nice.
And
the way you're supposed to.
Totally worth it.
Nice. Cool. Adam, what about you?
I did not make it outside today during working hours. So
That's
I did not.
For 2 minutes at 8,
Nope, didn't make it.
2:47? Okay.
When Adam gets to work, he gets chained to his desk. Were there a lot of people on the street, Adam? Could you see? Are you near a window where you could see people on the street?
No, I didn't even look.
From what I saw, there was a lot of hullabaloo about this eclipse, and from what I saw in anybody that was in New York, it was a lot of overcast and nobody you couldn't really see it.
I mean, New York was only I think 71% of the sun or whatever, which is still it's over 2/3 the amount of sun blockage. It's pretty cool.
So I did a little trick. I looked at it directly with my own eyes, which I know you're not supposed to do, and it's very bad for you. But I only looked at it quick, and you can only really see it if you look up and look away really fast. Yeah. So I was standing outside of Save the Bay, looking up and looking away really fast. And there was other people with the glasses. I thought they would offer them to me, and they did not. So.
I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't try to look at it without.
Did you?
Yeah, I did give it a shot, but it's too bright. You couldn't see the moon.
My mom called me last week in the most classic mom warning her son about something ever story. She called me up. She goes, "Don't look at the solar eclipse. You'll hurt your eyes." I go, "Yeah, I know." And then she's like, "Don't take a picture with your camera. Your camera will explode." And I go, "I don't know where." I don't know where you're getting your facts from, but I don't think that's what happens.
I think it's so funny. People say, don't look at the eclipse like it's brighter.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not. It's the same as the other day. Don't look at the sun.
Yeah. Don't look at the sun.
Because you'll go blind.
I love everybody was worried, too. There's a huge subset of Twitter that was worried about their pets looking at the sun. Does your pet normally look at the sun? No. It's not going to look during an eclipse like a news.
Every Sunday.
They don't give a
Where'd the sun go?
They don't give a fuck about it.
What was it?
What'd you say, Adam?
I said your pet isn't going to stare at the sun. It's going to look quick and look away because it understands that it'll go blind if it stares too long.
Yeah.
Only humans are the only ones that are up there. Everybody's staring at the sun today.
Honestly, I think it's funny, all the ads buy this and don't you dare look at it without anything protecting you.
What about the rest of the 364 days of the year where the sun is just out there unprotected, just
not
blasting
blocked
us?
At all.
Nobody's. If you're not looking at you're going to be fine.
We're worried about 50% sun. What about 100% sun?
Yeah, seriously.
Actually, we should tweet that out. Guys, careful. Sun's going to rise tomorrow. Don't look at the sun.
I'm going to be honest. This whole thing is cool. It didn't really move the needle for me at all. I'm a big space, and Lindy was getting on me because I'm a big space guy. I'm a big totally natural phenomenons and whatever. But if there's a space shuttle launch, if the space shuttles come out of retirement and there's a space shuttle, call me up. I'll look at that shit all day. I can stare at it the whole time.
I think you'll change your tune in 2024.
What's 2024?
The next eclipse over America.
Wait, I thought it was every 40 years.
No. It's not like Halley's Comet where it's every 70 years.
Dude, Halley's Comet.
You ever been at a stoplight and you see the blinkers in front of you? Like every car has blinkers on, and like every once in a while they all
line
at the
up.
same time.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
they go,
Sure.
You know,
Yeah, different
it's the
speed.
same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So it's the same thing. So like now we have there's another total solar eclipse on Earth in 2019 in South America.
Oh, so we're not going to see it.
We're most concerned about North American because we live in America.
So 2024 is when the next one is.
2024, and that's coming from Texas right through Maine.
Oh, so a better chance for us.
You're gonna change your tune in 2024 when you drive 2 hours north and watch totality.
I'm gonna make sure that I have my
life.
glasses for that, and make sure I have a fancy camera lens so I can take a photo of it for next time. We got off the rails.
I think it's funny how.
Wait, I gotta add something quick. So yesterday I had a fantasy football draft, and one of our friends that was there, Vinny, who is an eye doctor, was joking around saying that today is the biggest his busiest day of all time.
Like
Doc, I have a red dot in my eye.
Yeah, he said he's gonna get. He was anticipating getting so many people in his office that are just hypochondriacs, thinking that they're gonna go blind, this and that, and they'll just rake in the dough.
That's funny. I have a question. Can LASIK eye surgery fix whatever happens today? Like people hurting their eyes? Is that not how that works?
I think we have to
I don't know.
phone an ophthalmologist.
I think we should ask. I think we should call Vinny
on the
now.
phone?
I think we should get Vinny on the phone.
Can we get Vinny
Vinny,
on
if
the
I go
phone?
blind, can you fix me with LASIK? Can I stare at the sun tomorrow? We should test it out. Science for science.
For science.
Anyway.
Is this a movie podcast or is this a?
No, this is actually an astronomy podcast.
Or is this an
We
eclipse?
switched.
Or is this an eclipse sound?
This is I don't know. Oh,
Shut up about the sun.
Okay.
Shut up about the sun.
All right.
really though, it's about the moon, right?
Well, it's a solar.
here we go.
It's a solar eclipse.
I know. Yeah, I guess. So yeah, right. Whatever.
Nobody
I don't want. I don't want. I don't want to play this game now. All right, so we don't have a trailer of the week this week, but I just want to share something with you quick. I promise. In the document, it looks more intimidating than it's actually going to be. Adam, you didn't? Did you?
We got to plug Movie Club.
Oh right, shit, I forgot. So
First of all, plug social media.
we're doing we're on social media everywhere. Make Movies Great. We're on Facebook.
Everywhere.
We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. Check us out at all those places.
Check it out.
But also Movie Club. We're going to be doing tonight's episode on the BFG. I think it's going to be a really good episode. I don't
big
know how you
fucking
guys.
guy?
The big fucking guy. That's the first thing they came up with when Disney was like, no, I don't know, Matt, can't do it. That or they're like, all right, fine,
Gotta
we'll go with the
PG
Big
this.
Friendly Giant. So we saw that's on Netflix. Awesome that movie's like that. Those caliber movies are on Netflix, but not for long. We'll talk about that later.
Really?
Yeah,
no.
Disney's pulling a lot of their
Oh,
stuff on
yeah.
Netflix. We'll
Okay.
talk about that in movie news. But yeah, so we're going to be talking about the Big Friendly Giant in a separate episode. So if you're listening to this episode in your podcast app or wherever you listen to, the other episode for Big Friendly Giant is also up. So check that out. I believe it's our 16th movie club.
Yes.
16th movie club.
Are you
wow,
counting
we're
the ones
burning.
that were within the?
So technically in the email it says this is our 14th movie club, but I didn't count the 2 that we did before we started doing
That were
emails
within
in
the
that
episode.
count. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's technically our 16th total, and then we have a bunch of other podcasts with our normal ones, and then the spoiler cast as well. But we will be giving our new movie club via email. So bit.ly/join movie club. That can get you on the list, so you'll get that. But also, if you listen to the BFG episode, we'll give you what movie we're doing next, right at the top of the show and right at the end of the show for next week. So let's get into the first segment. I alluded to, we don't really have a trailer of the week. There wasn't anything spectacular that came out this week or really caught our eye. Nothing great. They still have not released the Avengers trailer. It's wild.
Unreal.
I
Best
can't
kept
believe
secret
this.
ever?
It's unreal. I tried looking for a leaked one. There was a leaked one for a hot second on Pornhub, and
Oh, God.
and they took it down. But it was.
Are you
but
sure?
Yeah, they took it down.
You know what
Trust
we
me.
do?
Trust me. I know Pornhub.
We need to get the trailer into the White House, and then somebody in the White House will leak it. I think we all know who.
Who?
That's a
Trump.
good point.
Trump?
Just tweet it out.
Oh, that's true.
He's an animal with his tweets.
But the thing is, he'll tweet those out. But we have some that are like people that recorded them at Comic-Con, but they're like shitty quality. I don't want to watch it for the first time like that.
You're right.
Right.
So this week, in lieu of trailer of the week, this past week I got Alien Covenant in the mail from Amazon. Thank you, Sean. Blu-ray special edition. Of course, it's got deleted scenes. Of course, it's got extras. I just want to talk to you guys quick about deleted scenes. Now, Sean, I know you haven't seen Covenant yet, and me and Adam will forgive you.
I haven't seen Prometheus.
I know you haven't seen Prometheus, and
I won't forgive you for that.
Adam and I will not forgive you for that. That will not be forgiven.
I'm sorry. Indiana Jones, Matt. Have you seen Indiana Jones?
I've seen Indiana Jones.
Here we go.
But didn't you see that, Adam? Didn't you? Aren't you on board now?
No, I didn't see it yet.
Oh, I thought you saw it. Maybe I dreamed that up. I thought you texted me and said I saw it.
You had a dream about me watching Indiana Jones.
That's how imperative it is that you should watch Indiana Jones.
All right, I'll pop it on the docket for next weekend.
But like I said, start with the fourth one, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and then watch the other ones. It's the most important. It's the most important of the four.
Just don't even watch the fourth one.
No, I'm kidding.
It's not like it didn't exist. Oh, okay.
But anyway,
I thought you were saying watch it first so you forget about it.
So I just want to say something quick about this new Blu-ray thing they got going on. So I've always been a fan of buying the Blu-ray because it comes with like the original DVD. But now, honestly, I don't really go anywhere, like bring it to any place, like a friend's house, whatever, that doesn't have a Blu-ray player. Doesn't have a PlayStation 4, doesn't have a Blu-ray player, some way to watch it. So the kind of like the regular DVD don't really care. But they also give you a digital version, which before was like every fucking movie studio had a different website to keep your digital version on. So it's like you have all these different websites, you have to make passwords for all of them. It's a fucking hectic. But now they give you iTunes codes. So now you can download it straight from iTunes. It's huge. All my movies are in one spot. So since I've been buying them for like the past year, all the DVDs I've bought, you also get an iTunes version. Usually the iTunes version is stripped down. This one has everything that the regular Blu-ray disc has on it in your iTunes menu, so I can watch all the deleted scenes right from my Apple TV, everything right from there. I don't even have to put in the disc.
Gotcha.
Which is pretty cool.
Awesome.
Pretty awesome. So anyway, I'm just going to go through this. I know, Sean, you haven't seen it. I promise I'll try and keep it as... I don't know if you care about... I mean, there's no spoilers here. There's no spoilers here.
But if I haven't seen it by now, it's kind of whatever.
But the big theme of the deleted scenes, I think, Adam, are that they cut out a lot of scenes that built more relationship between Daniels and Walter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I think if they left these scenes in, it would have made... Like, they had, like, a pretty strong bond. You would agree? Throughout Covenant?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah. I think if they left these in, there's way more to it. And in that last scene that me and you both know, we won't give any spoilers, will be way more like gut-wrenching, like knives to the throat. So there's a bunch of scenes here I'll go through, but one in particular that depicts that. So right after, Sean, at the beginning of the movie, James Franco's in the movie, just so you know. For a hot second.
Before you go through all this, I knew that he was in there for... I have a question.
Yeah.
Why are there deleted scenes, and why do they release them with the Blu-ray? I don't know an answer to this question. I'm just like, I want to talk about this.
I think there's a lot of different reasons. I think it's like pressure from the movie studios to release a movie at a certain length that they think will do well for this type of movie. Time constraints, and then I think the reason why one of the reasons why they keep it on the Blu-ray is because the director wants the people to see the scenes that they shot that could have been in the movie.
So kind of fan service.
Exactly. I mean, that's what they did with the Batman v Superman, the Ultimate Edition, which is the way to watch Batman v Superman.
So you think it's a better film?
I think yes. Yeah,
so like a director's cut type of thing, like what the director, the artist wanted you to see.
Yeah.
So were these that you're going to tell me about more of a fan service, or was it like you think it was for time constraints?
I think time constraints, definitely.
So
it's
a better movie with all this.
I think it's definitely a better movie with all this. The way I see it, because I think Daniels is such a compelling character, and when you see the movie eventually, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Daniels is such a compelling character that. And I love the dynamic with her and Walter, which is the new android in this one. You know, David was the one from Prometheus, both played by Michael Fassbender. But anyway, so...
You all right over there, Adam?
Sorry.
Adam just broke out into a cold sweat.
It's just a name.
Well, no, I mean, if and when you see the movie, you'll... So, Michael Fassbender plays two different androids, but he does such a good job of differentiating between the two. Like, you know... They don't have to say anything. They look exactly the same, but like just how he stands.
Different,
you know what I mean? Like
it's
exactly.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
You can tell that it's two different androids just because of how he plays both of them.
So
it's really impressive.
Let's play off of that. There's a deleted scene called Walter Reports Back. Okay. This is Adam. This is the scene where Walter first goes and talks with David on his own. The recorder scene.
Oh, yep.
Where they play the recorder together.
Yep.
It's fascinating how he can play both characters, but like you said, Adam, like they're very distinct. Like they look exactly the same. They're dressed very similar. Their hair is exactly the ssame, but they are two different people, two very different people, two different androids. So this scene, so Walter comes back and reports to Daniels and Orem, and he's like, "So what's David like?" And he says, "Is he dangerous?" And Walter kind of like thinks to himself, and then he like says back, just no, like disturbing. Like he's like kind of say like he's strange, whatever. And then like Orem, the commander, asks, "Is he dangerous?" And he's like, "No, just disturbing." And so it's like that was like kind of like a chilling little deleted scene that they didn't add in, which I thought would be really cool to kind of show, like to kind of like give a there was really no other clues that was given back to the rest of the there was no clues given back to the rest of the crew about how fucked up David was, besides like this little scene. They cut it out. Another one that I really liked, there was a scene, it's called Walter Visits Daniels, and this is right after Daniels loses her husband right at the beginning. David Franco. Sorry, we talked about this before.
Sean, it's literally the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, I'm not worried. If I haven't seen it by now, it's my own fault.
So she's like, after she goes and they like fix everything that's wrong with the ship, and they go back to their rooms, and she's kind of like grieving on her own, like looking at a photograph of her and James Franco. He comes in. And he's the guy who's like, while everybody's asleep, he's in charge of like making sure all the food's growing on the ship, because it's a colonization vessel. So there's like a bunch of people in cryo sleep, like 2,000 people. Then there's like embryos as well, and there's like food and all that stuff, like to colonize this new planet. And he walks in and he has a little container and he opens it up, and it's these 3 fucking fat joints. And he's like, the nursery is ideal for growing cannabis, and like gives her the joints, and like she's like, "Oh, thanks." And then it cuts into like the actual scene in the movie where he just comes and talks to her. Like he didn't cut that whole little scene out. But I thought that was cool. It kind of like the tone kind of shifted, and it didn't really like, I can see how like maybe that one was just one that didn't really like fit, and they just didn't like the way it like played. But I thought that was awesome. Dude, you guys see these, Adam, I'm sure you'll watch the deleted scenes, or Sean, the joints are like fucking fat. They're like my fingers. They're fucking huge.
Stubs.
Yeah.
Frankie Stubbs.
They're huge. There's a bunch of other scenes. I don't want to go into every one, but there's a bunch of scenes with like I said, Daniels and Walter kind of like building their relationship, so that was cool.
Hey, tell me about the one where I saw it in here, where Wayland is
the
jealous.
The first one? So this one actually now made it into, because after I watched the deleted scenes, I watched the entire movie, and they actually left this in. So this is one of the ones that made it to the director's cut, the final like Blu-ray cut. So it's an extended scene. It's the first scene of the movie. It's when when David awakes from being created. He's in this like white room with a piano. He's sitting in a chair, and Guy Pearce playing Peter Whalen is there to greet him. And he basically like sits up in the chair, and he says to, so I wrote this down, ambulate. You know what ambulate is? You know what ambulate means? So Guy Pearce says it to walk. Yeah. I thought it's fucking badass how he says it. It just has like a nice, like the way it rolls off. So David gets up and he walks across the room, and he says, Guy Pearce says, "Perfect." And then David turns around and goes, "Am I?" And and then like there was like a funny like little change of words. But anyway, so the farther the scene goes, David kind of brings up to like, he brings Guy Pearce's mortality like to his face, and like kind of like, and Guy Pearce is all about like finding out who his maker is. Like that's the whole reason like he creates David, and like the whole reason why the Weyland-Yutani corporation exists. Like in this world, he wants to find out who his maker is. But as it goes on, he gets more and more mad because like David will live forever and he won't. Like David knows his creator. Guy Pearce is his creator. He knows why he's created. He figures it out in the first few minutes. And like he's so jealous. Awesome. He's so jealous of that, and he like gets so fucking pissed off at him. Like you can hear it. Like Guy Pearce sits down in the seat and like.
It's a funny dynamic.
It's fine at first. Then he sits down. He tells him to play something at the piano, and David just starts like wailing away at the piano because obviously he knows every music and he's an android, like knows everything. And then Guy Pearce starts like picking at what he's playing. he's like, oh, like poor choice. Like a full orchestra would have better accompanied that. Like it's not a solo like play. And then so he's like, okay. And then he's like, bring me tea. And then he like pours in the tea, and you can just like see the disdain on Guy Pearce's face. So that's interesting. That's a really interesting thing because Adam, as you know, and we won't go into it too much for Sean, but the way David progresses, right? It's almost like he got a little piece of his quote unquote like, dad with him.
Yeah, it's like he as the two movies go on, David is like a continuation of Waylon.
Of what Guy Pearce was doing. So, what Waylon was doing.
It's kind of like even with the creation of androids, there's a little bit of nature versus
ambition.
nurture.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, and that too. They really in Covenant. The big thing between Prometheus and Covenant was Prometheus was all about that exact thing. It was all about, who are our makers? Why did they make us? Did they make us just because they could? Did they make us for a reason? And like all these like really strong existential questions that I loved. Covenant still had that, but it kind of like took a back seat to more like the traditional like alien like thriller horror like type movie, which I think they blended really good.
Yeah,
but there's still that great story in the background of like David is the most compelling character in Aliens since Ripley.
Yes, hands down.
Hands down. It's awesome. So anyway, I don't want to go too much longer on this unless you guys have any ones you want to pick out.
I have a question.
Yeah.
The second one here.
Walter in the greenhouse.
Yeah. How do you say that name?
Mother.
It's just
that's the ship's AI. It's also in the original Alien, but that's Mother. It's an acronym for something. Adam, do you know what it is? What the acronym is?
No, I don't.
But anyway, so it's just like Mother speaking to David, and so they call it Mother. Like everybody calls the ship Mother.
I see.
Yeah.
Just like a cool little thing. Listen. Nobody when you watch these movies, nobody does spaceships like Ridley Scott does spaceships.
Yeah.
I love the way he designed. Like he has a whole
ships, like space suits. Nobody does.
Oh my god, the space suits! Listen, everybody listening at home, if you want something cool to watch, go on YouTube and search Tested. It's Adam Savage, the guy from MythBusters. His YouTube page, Tested. He's currently in the process of making a replica prop of a Covenant spacesuit, and he's an amazing maker. Like he makes everything from scratch. Yeah. He visited the set. Like they were able to give him like the hero suits. And like he was able to make it, but they're beautiful, and like Ridley Scott with that stuff is amazing. So Prometheus and Covenant have really showed off that, and it's just a beautiful movie. It looks fantastic. Covenant.
I gotta watch it.
So Mother is the spaceship. So check that out. It's on Blu-ray right now. You can buy it. I bought mine on Amazon. If you have Prime, it's the way to go. Let's go into movie news. Movie news. Big time news. First up, Movie Pass. Are you guys familiar?
Only because of you.
Only because of you. Yeah, exactly.
So let me give you guys a quick history. Movie Pass started in 2011. This company, they offered for $49 a month. You were able to see any movie you wanted every 24 hours in a month. So you sign up. They send you this. It looks like a debit card, but it says Movie Pass on it. You go to a movie. You want to see a movie. You slide the card just like you would a debit card. They give you a ticket. You go in. Works with most theaters. It's like 91% of theaters in the United States. They give you a ticket. It's just like you have a Visa credit card, right? But it's a Movie Pass card. Then in 2013, they lowered the price to $39 a month. Then a few weeks ago, they lowered the price to $9.99 a month.
You never hear about this happening.
No.
Lowering the price.
And it sounds like they just want to so the reason why $50 a month works is because you're banking on everybody to break even, you have to see 5 movies a month, but they're banking on you not seeing 5 movies a month, which is a good bet. Even with the 40 a month, 4 movies, it's a good bet. But if you just see 1 movie a month in theaters, if you see more than 1 movie a month, these people are losing money. So it's interesting. So I think what they wanted to do is they kind of wanted an influx of people to like also sell ads and to like all that stuff, like to kind of like raise it up and like boost them. So
you think it's $9.99 for now, and they'll raise?
No, I think it's gonna be $9.99, and they're either gonna fold or it's gonna be like a phenomenon.
Well, it's interesting. It's like kind of the battle between like typical movie studios and Netflix right now.
Yeah.
Netflix is a flat rate.
Yes.
And they do amazing.
Yeah.
It's like every weekend, if you break it down per weekend of the year, when you compare it to their subscriptions over the course of a year.
Yeah.
It's like an opening weekend, like a major box office opening weekend every weekend.
It's crazy.
So I feel like they're kind of hoping this is kind of the same thing. Because if $10 a month to see,
And so for the
that's
most,
cheaper than Province Place.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. $9.99 is cheaper
break-
than a lot of movie
You
theaters.
break even automatically.
Yeah.
If you watch
Yeah.
11 movies a year, you break even.
That's crazy. At Province Place, yeah. If you were, it's more
Not
than
even
9.
once a
Yeah,
month.
it's crazy. It's such a great idea. There's a few theaters that are like throwing shade at this company, which I don't know the fine details of like what they're doing behind the scenes. For what it seems like is these theaters are still getting paid their money for that ticket. They're not getting like, you know, like, they're not getting
Shafted.
yeah, they're still getting this money. So I don't know why. Like AMC is one of the theaters who was like, we're not going to do it. We're not going to allow these cards at our movie theater. But I don't know how you could not allow it.
AMC's my go-to.
I know, and I love AMC theater.
Is that
I wish
your
there was
movie
more
theater
around
up there?
here.
Adam, is that your movie theater up there, AMC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the movie theater that Adam goes to all the time is awesome.
Oh,
Even if it's
it's
not
amazing.
IMAX, it's like those. Oh yeah, you've been up there. It's the big cushy seats.
Yeah, I think we're going to go there for it.
Oh yes, are we right? We're seeing it right.
Yes.
I heard
Jen
Jen
say
say
no?
yes. I heard Jen say yes.
Did it say yes or no?
I heard her say yes.
She said no. I said yes tentatively.
Come on, Jen.
Jen, did you watch the BFG with Adam?
I did.
Did you see the corgis?
Oh,
I did.
Yeah, that was fantastic. I love that scene.
you know that's the Queen's favorite dog.
I did not know that.
She's single-handedly saving it.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like not in danger, but it's like getting there. But she's
Really?
like donating it. But yeah,
Oh.
the actual Queen of England.
If you go on Instagram, I feel like the corgis are doing fine.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah. So anyway, Movie Pass. It's awesome. So I've tried to sign up for it a couple times. Well, all right, not a couple times. I tried to sign up for it once, but the website crashed, and then I stopped. So I'm gonna wait a couple weeks and see like how everything plays out because there's not really a lot of movies I'm like rushing to see in the theaters right now.
Right.
It's kind of like a lull until Justice League comes around.
Now hold on. This says your notes here.
Well,
$10 a month for unlimited movies, basically.
yeah. So that's what I was saying before. It's every 24 hours. So if you saw a movie at 9 o'clock and it ended at midnight, say, you can't see a movie until after midnight the next day. So it's when the
okay.
movie ends. So which
I thought
know.
you were going to tell me it's not like the movie has to have been out for a week.
Oh no, you can see a brand new movie that night.
That's wild.
Yeah. The other thing with this Movie Pass is I don't think you can buy theater tickets in advance. I think you have to go to the theater and buy your ticket right at the box office. So you have to play in advance. Also, it doesn't work for IMAX.
Aha.
So, I mean, but I probably see like 5 or 6 IMAX in a year, on top of like the ton of other movies I see.
I see like one a year. I should see more.
All right, so moving on, touching on what we were talking about before. So the BFG is on Netflix right now, but it's not going to be for long because Disney has pulled away from Netflix and is making their own streaming company. I think, and I think that now that I think about it, it probably should be.
Is this good or bad?
So,
Perfect.
I will ask the question: is this good or is this bad, Sean?
Ooh. I don't know, because I'm all about more companies to create like lower prices,
Sure.
like anti-monopoly type of thing. At the same time, if Disney has a monopoly on Disney movies,
Yeah.
but it's not the only streaming service, like is that a new form of monopoly?
Yeah, sure. So, Disney movies are like their own business on their own. Like they're a whole subset of
Pixar
movies on their own.
is that not
Yeah,
owned by Disney?
Disney?
So
Yeah.
at
So,
the same time, depending on their price,
what do you think, Adam?
I think it's a good idea, just because maybe this new service will have more Disney stuff.
That's my exact hope because you know how they do that bullshit with the vault, where they put all their movies in this vault and they don't see the light of day. You can't buy the movie like Aladdin. You couldn't go in Target right now or anywhere and buy an Aladdin movie unless you went on eBay and spent a lot of money. It's in the vault.
yeah.
But when Disney does their streaming service, they might have all their classic movies on there. And they have so many. Disney has so many movies that are not even like their big, like, AAA titles. Like they have like the lower, like they have like The Brave Little Toaster.
Oh,
like
my God.
like movies like that, right? Movies like that are like the Sword and the Stone.
Yep.
A lesser, it's a pretty popular movie, but lesser. Oh, well, there's so many. And then, of course, you get into the rabbit hole of Disney Channel original movies.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Big money for Disney Channel original movies.
Brink?
Yeah.
Johnny Tsunami?
Dude, Double Teamed, Motocross. Hocus Pocus.
Year round, not just
Halloween
October.
Town. Listen, it could be all the time Disney stuff.
Halloween
It's great.
Town. Oh, and they have a ton of. Don't they have a ton of cartoons?
Ton of
Am I
cartoons.
crazy?
Teen Titans.
Teen
Teen
Oh,
Titans.
the Mickey. But I'm talking about classics.
They
Throw 'em
also
on
they
there?
also own this channel. I believe they still do. Cartoon Network.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, Disney owns
it's a
half
partner
of
of them.
TV, so that's
Yeah.
another issue. It's like that's one of the many
Here's
oligarchies.
the other thing, and what people are predicting as well with this Disney streaming thing, whatever they call it. It's probably not going to have the Disney brand, but it's going to be something that's like overarching, so it also covers ESPN.
Wow.
Well, Disney owns ESPN.
Yeah,
so.
and ABC. So all those TV channels too. So the thing is, Hulu's going to lose a lot of their shows because Disney's going to be taking them back. Netflix is going to lose a lot, but Netflix was smart. So Disney got into
Marvel?
bed. Wait.
Oh, fuck.
So I was really nervous about this because Marvel and Star Wars
Yeah.
are on Netflix right now. But
Oh,
Netflix was smart. When Disney first got into bed with Netflix and they made the deal where they were going to have Disney movies come on Netflix, they agreed to keep Marvel and agreed to keep Star Wars stuff on Netflix as well. So anytime something Star Wars goes on, they're gonna like Clone Wars, any
That'll
of the
make
movies.
its way on.
It'll be on Netflix, and same thing with Marvel. It'll still be on Netflix. So that's good. This is what Disney does though. This is Disney's MO. Back in the day before they had a cruise line, they partnered with this like little cruise line in Europe, and they saw how it was done. They saw how everything operated, how they could make it better, and then they fucking cut ties and they started their own cruise line, and now it's like one of the biggest cruise companies in the world, like creeping up on Royal Caribbean.
Disney
This is what they
cruises
do.
are so fucking expensive. It's insane.
They are so fucking expensive. They are the nicest cruises that you'll ever go on. The cruise we went on to Canada, was an absolute
That was
blast.
nice.
And it was exactly what we paid for. Like, it was fantastic for $270 or whatever the hell we paid. It was super cheap. But this is luxury. Like, this is a nice cruise. Like, it's family oriented, but it's also like not kind of. But anyway, I don't want to go on that tangent. Big Disney fan here. But so I think it's good. I hate that everything's getting so diversified. How many streaming channels are we going to have?
Well, you were just talking about that with how many, websites you have to have passwords for downloaded digital material, and now we're gonna.
What you have to do is you have to have a group of friends, like 5 group of friends, and one person signs up for Netflix, one person has Hulu, one person has HBO Go, one person has the Disney streaming, and you all just share passwords. That's
And WWE Network.
And yeah, of course, WWE Network.
So it'd be hilarious to see recommended for you after that.
Yeah,
with
I know.
10 people on your account.
I know. Anyway,
man.
Super
So-
Troopers 2 has a release date, 4/20/2018.
It's my cat's
Of
birthday.
course.
It's your cat's birthday?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Happy birthday, Alep. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, 11.
Out of 11.
So Super Troopers 2 is coming out. It's been in development for a while. They finished shooting earlier this year, and they've been doing post-production, but now they finally released it. Fun fact, I actually Indiegogo'd this movie.
I was gonna say, was this the one that was Kickstarted?
So
or whatever?
I think I will be in the credits. So there's that.
No way.
Yep. I gave it the $120 level, so I believe I am in the credits.
so jealous.
With my $120, I get 2 passes to the movie.
Oh.
I get a fake mustache, fake aviator
Really?
aviator glasses, 2 movie tickets, a shirt, like a custom shirt from the thing, and one of the guys that the guy who plays Mac tweeted me and said thanks.
Really?
Yeah, so that was cool.
Nice.
So
Retweeted.
pretty cool. So yeah, so I retweeted that, I saved it, screenshot it.
That's awesome. Good for you. 120
Yeah,
in the credits. That's worth it.
I hope so. Yeah, right. That'd be pretty cool.
I'd pay 120 to be in like a Star Wars.
I don't
credits.
think that they thought I don't think they thought it was going to be
Or
in
Super
theaters.
Troopers.
I thought it was just going to be like a straight to like
Oh,
TV
really?
or like a online movie. So, it's getting a little more play than that. Next up, Daniel Craig is playing Bond. We talked about this. We knew he was playing Bond for 2 more at least. He's getting paid 100. Yeah, 2 more. So we talked about they're doing one that's based on a book that came out earlier in the 2000s, the aughts.
Yeah.
The aughts.
And then the remake. Yeah. It was
And then
like,
the remake of
the one that came out in the early 2000s was like the better name was the book name.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about that. Whatever that was. But and then the second one is possibly the remake of On Her Majesty's Secret Service, which is the one that's famously played by George Lazenby, who's the only Bond to play Bond just once.
Yep.
The funny thing about Daniel Craig getting $135 million for this is that he said he'd rather slit his wrist before playing Bond again. But I'm not going to bury the lead here. That's not the whole quote. People lead you to believe that's the whole quote.
Yeah.
He also said he'd rather slit his wrist before playing Bond again, but if the money was right, he would do it. That's exactly what the rest of the quote is. How the fuck media is supposed to, like, they really turns you down and like, oh, he said he wouldn't going to play it, but now he's going to play it for the money, because that's exactly what he said. So 135 million must be his breaking point for to do 2 more Bond movies.
That's it. That's probably the very, like, 134.
I got to be honest. I think that this is very surprising. I would think that the Bond movies are the movies you don't have to pay more money for. If I was the guy playing Bond, I'd be like, please, just let me keep doing this. Please let me be Bond. Like, right?
Yeah, like Daniel Craig wasn't, like, talking to his agent, and he wasn't saying, like, what are they going to do, recast me? Because it's exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know where the leverage comes from.
Also, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, also, why couldn't they just find someone for way cheaper than 135 million? I'm sure Chris Pratt would have done James Bond.
Emily Blunt.
I'm sure a female James. We talked about that. A female James Bond would have been fucking awesome. Any of that would have been great.
For the record, Never Dream of Dying is the name of that one.
Is that the book title?
That's the book title. I'm sorry. That's the book title.
What's the name they're actually going with?
Shatterhand.
Oh, that's right. So stupid. Never dream.
That's so disappointing.
Yeah, Never Dream of Dying. So badass.
Way better.
So 135 million. The other thing I don't understand is, like, Daniel Craig. I understand if, like, maybe Daniel Craig's trying to, like, you know, not be Bond anymore and he wants to do other movies. He's not in that many movies every year, right? Does he just not want to act? He's in Logan Lucky, that's out now.
He just wants to be professionally handsome. I think that's it.
I mean, it's not like James Bond movie. It's not like you're getting stuck back. And listen, I love Transformers movies, but it's not like you're getting stuck in another Transformer movie again and again and again.
Yeah, yeah.
This is James Bond. It's like one of the more, like, I don't know, heralded. I don't know. But anyway,
Like,
so
you live in a charmed life when you're like,
135 million.
I'd rather slit my wrists and play James Bond.
But
again.
if the money's there, Sean.
I mean, don't give. I mean, no, but like even.
Yeah,
just
I know.
Quote,
To say that, I know.
like,
It's ridiculous.
That's
Yeah.
a little out of touch. But
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
neither here nor there.
Anyway, up next, speaking of money and millions of dollars, Baby Driver has already made more money than Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, Scott Pilgrim, and The World's End combined. Just so you guys, those are all of
Amazing.
Edgar Wright's other movies.
Yes, yes.
So right now it's at 175 million. Shaun of the Dead made 30 million. Hot Fuzz made 80. Scott Pilgrim 48. World's End 46 million.
Hot Fuzz and Scott Pilgrim probably top 10 for me.
Really?
Yeah, I love those movies. Maybe they're 9 and 10. I don't know, but
I like Scott Pilgrim a lot, and I love Hot Fuzz.
Oh, I love Hot Fuzz is my favorite of the three.
I love. I never saw. Actually, I haven't seen The World's End.
I like distinctly remember being in Hot Fuzz and laughing out loud in the theater and wondering why nobody else was laughing.
Yeah.
Like, cause like just the visual comedy of like the ridiculous montages.
Oh
of
yeah,
filling
the
up
montages.
beers, I thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
Not
What
to
were
say
the two
I'm
movies?
whatever,
Point Break or Bad Boys 2?
Yeah.
Right, Point Break or Bad
Point
Boys.
Break or Bad Boys. Yeah. Hot Fuzz is incredible. And Scott Pilgrim, I didn't see that in theaters. I saw that.
Me too. I
like,
saw it
when
afterwards.
it came out, and I was like enthralled.
Yeah.
This is incredible. So much fun.
Really cool. Did you ever
So
play the
much
video
fun.
game?
No. Is it good?
It's not a great video game, but the music is fantastic. I actually have the soundtrack on my phone, and I listen to it all the time.
the
The
soundtrack
soundtrack
of the video
of the
game?
video game. It's like
Oh,
an 8-bit soundtrack. Oh, it's awesome. It's really, really good. And they actually use some of the music in the movie as well.
But Shaun of the Dead is good, and honestly, Baby Driver, good for you, Edgar Wright.
He's a lot of quality movies.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the World's End. It's on my list to see it. But
Actually, I
yeah, I
haven't
will see it
either.
eventually. You haven't seen it? No. I'll see it eventually. Again, I know the gist of it, and I know that it's
I've got it. If you guys, I've got it on Blu-ray. If you guys want to borrow it,
I'll have to borrow it. It actually might be on Netflix. I thought I saw it, or maybe it's Shaun of the Dead on Netflix. I don't know. Last up for movie news, Obi-Wan is in talks to get his own Star Wars movie. Guys, everybody, guys,
This is good.
it's good. This is not good or bad. This is very good. It's in talks with the guy who directed Billy Elliot. I don't know why I didn't put his name in the thing. Can we figure who that is right now? Billy Elliot. You've seen Billy Elliot, Sean, right?
Love Billy Elliot. Oh, it's a great movie.
Hey,
So.
is it gonna if it's not Ewan McGregor, I don't
Stephen
want any
Daldry.
part of it.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm very concerned.
But wait,
that
you're
they're-
okay with a Han Solo movie without Harrison Ford?
That's
It's
totally
young
different.
Han
No, it's
Solo.
not.
That's like saying we want what's his name to come back from the dead and play Obi-Wan.
Alec Guinness?
Yeah. No.
That's
We want young Obi-Wan.
We've seen
Ewan
young
McGregor
Obi-Wan.
is now
I know he's old.
10 or 12 years older than the last
It
time you
doesn't
saw him
matter.
in a
They
Star
can
Wars
really
movie.
they can doll him up. Listen, I just watched him in Fargo. He'll be fine.
Hey, you guys, they younged up Kurt Russell big time in Guardians 2. They can do it to McGregor.
Yeah, that would be that. I mean, that's a lot
the
of
whole
CGI
movie,
for the whole
like
movie. Yeah.
middle, like
But-
main character.
But here's the thing: why couldn't they continue it? Why couldn't they do the story from the second after Episode 3 ends until Rogue One happens or something? Like, what's Obi-Wan doing this whole time?
He's sitting on.
Tatooine?
I don't know where he is.
I mean, he ends up on the planet where Luke is, Tatooine.
Yeah, spying on those.
The Tusken Raiders knows way too much about the Tusken Raiders. See, that's the movie I want. I want the movie of him documenting everything the Tusken Raiders do. Why they walk single file, how he figures that out. it's basically like Slumdog Millionaire, but it's him and the Tusken Raiders.
Yeah, right. Picture it like a one-man show, like 127 hours.
yeah.
He's not cutting his own arm off,
Sure.
but like, you know,
Yeah.
basically
Getting
doing the same
captured by
thing
the Tusken Raiders.
by watching those guys.
Yeah. I know something. I read that they think it's going to be before it's going to be like with Qui-Gon Jinn, but then you
I'm a big Qui-Gon guy.
But then you
Are
cast
you?
Liam Neeson.
I love Qui-Gon Jinn. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I like Qui-Gon Jinn.
I like him. I didn't know you were a big Qui-Gon guy.
Love Qui-Gon.
Yeah, I'm not a big Qui-Gon. I just
Oh.
like him. Really?
Yeah.
Wait, do you like the Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon, or you just like the character Qui-Gon in general?
I mean, come on. I mean,
He's got
the
the best.
granddad.
He's got
right?
one of the best hairs in Star Wars.
Well, but he's the granddad, right?
He's the-
I mean, you
yeah.
got Anakin, you got Obi-Wan, you got Qui-Gon. I mean,
Yeah.
how do you not respect the granddad?
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
true.
So anyway, this should be interesting. I gotta imagine they have Sir Alec Guinness voice in Episode 7. They also have Ewan McGregor's voice in Episode 7. It talks to Rey.
Fun fact: Ewan McGregor didn't even know he was in the.
You didn't know that?
No,
Really?
They were like, somebody was talking to him. He's like, I'm in it.
I didn't know that.
He was like, yeah. They were like, yeah, you're in it. You're in like the flashback. He's like, I don't remember recording that.
Oh, they probably obviously Alec Guinness has been dead, but has since
No,
died.
I'm
But
sorry.
no, I know you're talking about Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, Ewan
But they
McGregor.
also they didn't even take a word that Alec Guinness said. They took Afraid and turned it into Rey.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Really?
right. Super
Wait. Pump the brakes. When were they in Episode 7?
Adam. When he goes downstairs to the cantina.
when Ray goes.
Yeah, when Rey goes downstairs to the cantina and she finds Luke's lightsaber.
Yeah.
She has that force dream.
So at first you hear a voice say Rey, it's Alec Guinness, old Obi-Wan, and then later on it says these are your first steps. That's Ewan McGregor.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Go back and listen to that. You'll definitely hear it.
Do you think they were like, we need a name for this character? Like, what can we make Alec Guinness say? Like, do you think it was like working
think it stemmed
backwards
from there? No.
You don't think it?
No,
You
no.
mean
That would be wild.
They were like, we can get him to say Ray by chopping Afraid apart. Like, that's how it went. You think?
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. It's not impossible.
It's not impossible and not confirmed. So, not
Heard
confirmed.
it here first.
You heard it here first. Disney calling discuss. Come on the podcast.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening. So I love this. This is the standalone movie that we've all been clamoring for, and when I say all, I mean us in the podcast, also the Star Wars world. This is one of the ones that was high on the list. Hopefully, they'll do the Boba Fett one as well. You know, cross your fingers here.
It'd be great to like just see a combo Obi-Wan Qui-Gon.
That would be cool. Like Obi-Wan, real young. Then obviously, you'd have to cast somebody else, but there could be flash forwards with Ewan McGregor.
Like a training day version of Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon.
That's a fucking hell of an idea. Do they get to drive around in Monte Carlo? Because I'm in.
Qui-Gon's evil.
That's angel dust.
that's midichlorians. Shit, Maybe they'll do like Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, and they'll do like the throwback scene and like the reason why Obi-Wan knows it's not good to always take the high ground and not to like jump over somebody.
Ooh,
Right? And then
yeah.
flashback,
Yep.
Maybe Qui-Gon does it to him,
Learning curve.
right?
I like it.
Okay. All right, anyway, let's go on to the next part. And let's see what are you guys watching this week? Sean, what are you watching?
I had as far as my watching weeks go, I was able to pick up the pace a little bit.
Ooh.
Last couple weeks have been a little slow. But this week, I watched Ozark. Adam, did you watch Ozark?
No, it's been recommended to me though.
I feel like somebody had it on. Did you watch it?
No, I don't watch it.
I feel like somebody had it on here. But yeah, Ozark, amazing. I've only watched the first 3 episodes.
How many episodes
What's it
are there?
about?
It's like 10. Jason Bateman plays a accountant who launders money for the Mexican cartel, gets into deep shit, has to move his family to the Ozark Mountains, which is, by the way, the oldest mountain range on Earth
Okay.
in southern Missouri.
Okay.
Hey, shout out.
Have a day.
Missouri Sean.
The eclipse passed over there earlier today. I don't know if you guys heard about the eclipse happening.
I heard about the
hear?
eclipse.
Shut up about the sun. Shut up about the sun.
Well, went pretty close to the Ozarks. Anyways, he launders money for the Mexican cartel, gets into deep shit, and like tells them they're going to. He's gonna make a deal with them to make it. Sounds way better. He's gonna make a deal. He's gonna make a deal with them. He'll get their money back if he goes to Ozarks and whatever. Yeah, launders a bunch of money. It's really good. What I like about it is, I'm thinking to myself, why don't they just do this and then they do it? Like it's one of those, you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like kind of common sense. Kind of lets common sense pull the plot along.
Okay.
It's funny. It's dark. Check it out. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
Defenders. Matt, I know you've been watching this too.
Yes.
I've only watched the first 3 episodes. I'm gonna let you go on that one. But then I watched 2 random movies this week. The Prestige.
That's
Ooh, love
is
it.
that the magic trick one?
It's the magic one.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's my father.
Nolan one, right?
Nolan. Yep. Nolan, and I talked about it recently because I've recently watched a couple of video essays on how Nolan makes his movies about making movies, how they're kind of like meta cinematic. It's very interesting. This is all about misdirection and like the power of editing, yada yada yada. I don't think I've seen this movie all the way through. I was shocked.
I haven't seen it.
Do you
at
guys
all.
know the twist and everything?
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've never seen it.
All right, I don't want to ruin it for you.
No, you can go. I mean, I haven't. I'll eventually go watch it.
All right.
Do it.
Adam, do you remember Christian Bale's like coworker in the movie? He's like this bearded dude with a hat. He doesn't talk. You never really see his face.
Vaguely. I mean, really, I saw it a long time ago. I feel like I saw it with you, but I guess not.
All right. Well, no, I don't think so. I don't want to get too far into it because it takes a lot to explain. But I was like Googling, who the fuck is this actor? I'm like, who plays Fallon, the character? Who turns out it's Christian Bale.
Yeah.
He plays. Oh really?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's why he's not credited. I was like so confused, but I was like dying. I was like, who the fuck? He looks so familiar.
Huh. That's interesting.
Obviously, because
Yeah.
he plays right next to Christian Bale.
Actual Chris. Yeah.
Yeah, I won't tell you why or whatever, but it was really good. It was way better than I remember. And then the last thing I watched this week, Contact.
Love it.
Which
Ooh.
Love Contact.
how have I not watched this already?
It's a classic. It's
That
a
movie
science
is
fiction
awesome.
classic.
I was spanking. I was like kicking myself for not having already seen this. I mean, this is written by Carl Sagan.
Yeah.
I mean, I was telling Matt earlier, Adam, it felt like Interstellar's like older, more, I don't know, straightforward brother.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I can see that.
Contact went to college for a business degree and Interstellar went to college for an art degree. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
kind of this weird thing, but I really liked it. I liked how, I love Jodie Foster in it. Matthew McConaughey was funny. It has like a really fun debate that I always love in science versus religion, and also it gave me more of a reason to hate James Woods. in recent
I know,
weeks.
James
right.
Woods, you took the words right out of my mouth. He's such a dick in that movie.
And in
Hey,
real
he's a
life.
dick in real life. So there you go. I mean, my newfound hatred of James Woods this week came in handy. It was incredible. But yeah, that movie was awesome. I watched it with Molly. She found it a little slow, a little boring.
It does move slow at some points.
I don't necessarily disagree, but I think it was just the topic. I just love the topic. So it couldn't have
Hey,
it couldn't have gone
big
wrong.
space guys.
We are big
We're
space
big
guys.
space movie guys.
Love space.
When I first watched Contact, it was like probably like 5 or 6 years ago.
Big space guys, Adam can't bother to walk outside for a solar for like
No,
the most.
I stand by Adam on this because Lindy called me out for the same thing. I'm a big space guy, but I wasn't thrilled by the eclipse. I'm with Adam on this. It's like again, if I could see the space station, call me up. I'll be outside.
You could
and
see the
it.
space station go across the sun today.
No, you couldn't.
Yeah, the space station went right across the sun
Did
today.
it really?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's blocked by the. Oh yeah, you could. I
Look
guess.
go to
Yeah, but
Instagram
I can
ISS.
you can see the ISS every day. I have an app that tells you.
Oh,
what's
okay,
going
big
ahead.
guy. All right.
Just saying.
Look up at Instagram ISS. You'll see it. It's sitting there right in front of the sun. It's incredible.
I'm gonna look this up.
So don't talk to me about this shit. This is an amazing cosmic happening. It's like ridiculous that the moon is the same size and distance, that it makes it look like the same size as the sun. That's so rare.
I see a picture of the space station. I don't see a picture. Oh, I see the spot. I see the
Uh-huh.
shadow. That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
It's
Okay,
not the shadow.
I see the pretty cool.
It's the silhouette. It's not the shadow.
What's the difference?
What's the difference between a silhouette and a
Yeah, I'm asking you, Sean. Don't ask.
It's not a shadow. It's a
Wait.
silhouette.
What is it? What is the difference? It's the sun is. There's a shadow of the sun of the moon on the sun.
Okay,
on
I'm
the-
going to
on the
hold
Earth.
my hand in front of the light above you.
Yeah.
Is that a shadow or a silhouette?
No, what you're projecting on me is a shadow.
You're not
no?
seeing the shadow. You're seeing the silhouette. I'm seeing the
Alright.
shadow.
Well, but this you're seeing the shadow.
No, that's not the picture.
Oh well, I'm looking at this picture.
All right, that's the problem.
I'm looking at a picture of a shadow.
I'll Instagram you the fucking picture.
Okay.
God damn it, you idiots.
I don't know.
I guess you don't have to wait forever. It's 2024 is the next one. It's going through man. So
All right, fine.
We're all
I'll be
going.
ready.
We're all going.
Shut up
I'll
about
put
the
it in the
sun.
calendar.
Shut up about the sun.
That's coming handy.
So is that it? That's what you've been watching? Anyway, so Contact, like 5 or 6 years ago when I first watched it, I looked up online. I was like, what are like a list of good science fiction movies that I
Yep.
should watch? And that was number one. And I was like, all right, Contact. And then I got the book, and I read the book as well. Very cool.
I need to
So,
read the book, I guess, written by Carl Sagan.
It's very good. It's
The
very, very
God,
good.
ironically.
The God.
The God.
I'm watching The Defenders. I'm on episode 5 out of 8. Kind of disappointed it's only 8 episodes, to be honest.
It's only 8 episodes?
It's only 8 episodes total. Kind of disappointing, but it's so far the first few episodes. You've seen 3.
So I've seen 3. Do you feel like the first 3 are a little slow?
Yeah, very slow.
Okay.
Well, not slow in the fact of like action, but slow in the fact of like I want to see the Defenders.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, I won't go too far into that. Adam, you haven't seen any of it?
I'm nervous.
No, I haven't seen it. I've actually, I've had an off week. I can't think of anything that I've watched this week besides the movie club homework.
Damn, son. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait,
so
did you see all the other ones, Adam? Did you see all the other Daredevil, Jessica Jones?
So I saw Daredevil. I've seen Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Luke Cage, and I watched the first episode of Iron Fist with you.
Right.
And that's about it.
Right. Me too.
Iron Fist is not great.
Yeah.
It's not great, and you honestly don't really need. You just need like a few plot points, and you'll be fine with the Defenders.
Is there a dragon in Iron Fist?
No?
Because he talks about one in Defenders, and I'm like, did I miss a dragon?
No, it's just like he talks about it in Iron Fist, but there's no dragon in Iron
wow.
Fist. Yeah, no. So anyway,
Tough week for dragons.
What do you say?
I said tough week for dragons.
yeah,
week
real
for
tough
dragons.
week for
Tough
dragons.
week for
I'm
dragons.
also watching Thrones.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
fucking-
I
obvious.
watched Game
What?
of Thrones.
God damn it, the White Walker dragon. Fuck.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be fucking amazing. I'm also watching Rick and Morty still. I still haven't finished season 2. I'm watching Mystery Science Theater 3000. I really got I'm super into it.
Are
I
you?
fucking love the new
Nice.
season. It's so funny. I really want to know the thing I always am fascinated with that is how they write those episodes. They must watch the movie, write jokes for it, and then they have to actually perform it. They're not just reacting to the movie. 'Cause
Yeah.
a lot of things are right on cue when something happens in
Right.
the movie. And I love it. Adam, have you ever watched one of these?
No, I haven't.
Adam, check it out.
It's
man.
great. It's just old. It's not old, but old and new, shitty science fiction movies. And
Should I start with the new season or the old?
Yes,
the original.
Yeah, every episode is a new movie, is a new science fiction movie, and it's the same format. It's like it's two robots, and is it the same? Is the guy's same name between the old one and the new one?
I don't remember.
Shit, what the hell's his name in the new one?
You may as well just start
In
with the new one, though.
Distant future.
Yeah.
Shit, what the fuck is the name? Anyway, so it's him and it's two robots, Crow and Tom Servo, and it's hilarious. And they just comment on the like how bad the movies are, and they make like funny little jokes like while it's going. I didn't think I was gonna be into it. It's fucking hilarious. It's really good. And it's really smart, like funny writing. And also Patton Oswalt is in it. He plays one of the villains.
Yep.
In like throughout the episodes, so that's cool. And who's his counterpart? She's really talented though. She can really sing. Like I feel like she has a Broadway background because they do like almost like a Broadway episode. And they do like a whole dance number. They're really good. But anyway, so I'm watching Mystery Science Theater 3000. Definitely check that out. It's on Netflix. I also, because now Lindy and I are sharing a living room TV, we watch Riverdale.
Riverdale, what's that?
So I got sucked into this. It's really good. It's the same characters that are in the Archie comic book. So like Archie, Jughead, Betty, and all those other like people. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the comic book, so I don't know really what it's about. But I know the characters because they're so iconic. Like Archie and Jughead wears like the crown all the time. But it's like that. But it's like almost like a murder mystery. The first season. Oh. And so it's on Netflix. It's also on the CW, I think. Like new episodes. The CW with new episodes. But the first season is on Netflix, and we watched it. I was very interested in it. So pretty cool.
You guys gotta watch The Killing.
Is it on Netflix?
Oh, Killing.
Isn't that good, Adam?
That show rules,
Dude, that show is unreal.
It's you know what's funny? Jen and I were talking about that show the other day, and it is insane to me that show got canceled in the first place.
Insane.
That show, I don't think it was on the right network. It was on AMC, right?
Yeah, something.
Who's in The Killing?
The guy from
Rick
Suicide
Flag
Squad.
from Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the other girl, she was the girl is Brad Pitt's wife in World War Z.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Here.
Small redheaded girl.
No.
I don't know what her name is.
Yolandan.
I kind of recognize it.
Yolandan.
Yolandan. Gotta check it out if you like murder mysteries and shit like that.
Okay. I'll check it out. I thought that was the one with Kevin Bacon. What was the one with Kevin Bacon?
No, that's The Following.
The Following?
Oh, that's an amazing show.
Yeah, my mom likes that show.
Such a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, The Following.
Oh, man.
That's over, right? They canceled it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's like it's Kevin Bacon and King Leonidas, I think. Pretty sure Gerard Butler's in it.
Huh.
I could eat my hat there.
Cool. So, Adam, slow week for you. You haven't really been watching anything?
Yeah, I haven't really been watching anything. I had some late nights at work, and then I went up to New Hampshire. Actually, I went up to New Hampshire for the weekend with Jen and her family, and it unfortunately rained almost the whole time.
Shit.
So we ended up watching Batman vs Superman, which I wasn't going to be opposed to. So
That's awesome.
I rewatched that again. Loved it. Wasn't the Ultimate Edition, but
yeah, it's still great. Yeah.
It was not King Leonidas.
But it was not.
No, I totally eat my hat on that.
Yeah. But Adam, so you also watched The Big Friendly Giant, the BFG, which we are going to talk about next.
Yeah.
On our movie club episode. So we're going to wrap up the not the Average Nobody's podcast. We're going to wrap up the Make Movies Great Again podcast.
Presented by Average
Nobody's podcast. Remember, if that rug really ties the room together, don't let anybody piss on it. We'll see you guys next week.